Hello there, everyone. Welcome to the Waran Shanmugam Show, Season 2, episode number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we are now in Season 2. We had the first season with loads of ladies. This time around, we changed the concept a little bit, whereby we brought in men. Today is episode 4 of the second season. I thought today we may bring something very different, very new. Let's see whether I can make that happen today. Yeah. So today is a 10th of November. Can you beat that? It is already November. Interesting month because we have got December. Then it's yet another new year. 2022. Let's see what new year is have installed for all of us here. Ladies and gentlemen, today something happened. uh, my car broke down. So this is what happened. Going to KLIA, suddenly halfway through, just got jammed and the car could not move. So here I was thinking of how do I fix this car? So I started calling all the mechanics that I know and then all the people that I know, and somehow I couldn't get help. Then this person guided me through. This is what happened. They said, call the insurance agent. Oh, this is something that I did not know earlier. And he said this, call the agent because they will have this towing services. They will have free towing services. So when I called them up, luckily I had the contact details. Yeah. So when I called them up and they said, what are the details? Where are you? We will send the tow truck. Yeah. And within an hour, thanks to this guy by the name of Along, he came by. He helped send us back to the workshop and got it fixed. It took a bit of time, but the reason why I'm telling this is because whenever you are stuck in any ways, remember, ladies and gentlemen, have your insurance contact details in your car, in your wallet, in your purse, or if you have got a sticker, please stick it on the windscreen because it will be very, very much helpful. So that's my learning for today. I hope that will be beneficial for you if at all you are stuck somewhere in the middle of the highway and your car is not working. So remember, insurance number in your car. I've got a question for you guys. Yesterday, I was thinking about this. I was having a chat with some of the elderly senior friends of mine. When I was talking to them, right, this was the question that came about. And I want you guys to talk about this. Have you had this experience? This experience is this: retirement. Is it even necessary? So the question is, when someone says that I am already 60, I want to retire, their thought is this: they want to do plantation, they want to do simple planting at home, relaxing, watching movies, reading books, vacation, and all that. They say retirement is so important. What's your experience when it comes to retirement? Or if you had any chat with retirement? Some of them say that you must never retire. Why? Because when you start thinking about retirement, your bodily pattern will change. Your thought process will change. You will become very weak, and a lot more other reasons. So there are two sides to it. One, they say retirement is a no-no. The other one says retirement is very important. So my question to you is retirement important? What is your thought on retirement? And have you had any experience talking to an elderly person, or if you yourself had an experience of thinking about this thought? Retirement, necessary, not necessary? What's your thought? Please use the chat box and give your answers. We will get back to your question or your answers shortly. Yeah. Now, today I have a guest all the way from Bukit Mertajam, Penang. Yeah, her name is Jastina. She is at backstage waiting for us to be with us here in the studio. We also have got Prince Victor from US, San Francisco. He's supposed to be joining us, but yesterday night I heard that he was flying from Los Angeles to San Francisco somewhat midnight. So he may not be able to join us. If he joins, good for us. If we can't, never mind. We still have got Justina with us, and she has got loads of things to share. Amazing lady. When I speak to her, I can only feel the energy, the motivation, the inspiration. And I hope that by us talking to her shortly, you at home or wherever you may be listening to this live show will be inspired one way or another. Let us, without waiting any longer, call upon Justina. Justina, are you ready? Hi, Justina.
Hello. Hi, Warren. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, Alhamdulillah.
Very nice, very nice. I am so happy to have you here with us. Yeah, already
Hmm.
we have got comments after comments talking about you. So the intriguing part is, when I send the post or the message to the many friends of mine, lawyer, okay, volunteer, okay, mother of three, they were all excited. Wow, this one we must listen to. So, Justina, how are things with you now?
My life is hectic, you know,
Okay, good to
and
hear.
then so far everything is okay and fine. I still under
Okay,
control.
all right, good, good, nice to hear. Now, I want to quickly jump into the first question. Tell us, how is it like being a lawyer during the pandemic and now after the pandemic endemic? How is it for you as a lawyer? How is the profession doing now?
Okay, for me as the one who ran my own firm, you know, I'm lucky that I don't have to face this financial difficulties much because almost all my clients are government servants. Okay, I don't get
Okay.
affected so much. So far, business is going on just like usual, but this is the time when we are showing our consideration to our clients, and for me myself, if my client have the problem to pay my fees, I will give them option to pay the fees in installments. But so far, Alhamdulillah, it's a two-way understanding, and I still can operate my firm as usual until now. And now
Okay.
things has resumed as usual, and business is back to be in action.
Okay, okay, that's nice to hear.
Hmm.
Is it the same for the many lawyers out there? Did you get any people complaining that, hey, you know what, I don't get clients anymore, or if I get clients, clients cannot pay anymore? Any of that sort?
Yeah, I heard few of my friends also expressing their disappointment on this. But furthermore, the worst thing is when the employer have to cut off their pay, their staff salary. Some of the clerk, they have to quit their job because the firm can't retain them anymore due to the constraint in financial. That is so bad actually.
I see, I see. Okay, so
Mm.
you were talking about you being a lawyer, practicing lawyer. Can you share with us how did this happen? Were you born a lawyer, or you made yourself a lawyer? And you know what the
You
thing is,
know,
yeah,
when I was young, I thought that I'm going to end up to be a singer, an artist. But one fine day, I want to share you something. But believe me, this teacher is still alive and still around.
okay.
When I was in my standard one, I
Uh-huh.
got 99 per 100 in my Bahasa Melayu because one mistake.
Ah,
I don't feel happy about that. I
okay.
complained to the teacher. I asked her, Cikgu, teacher, why are you giving me 99 marks only instead of 100? She said, this is wrong. The sentence is wrong. My sentence is this. I still remember.
Ah,
We have to make sentence using this word, masak.
okay.
And then my sentence was, emak saya masak kari ikan temenung. The
Okay.
teacher said it's wrong because temenung is referring to this fish. So in bahasa baku they pronounce it as kembung. That's
Ah,
why I got my answer wrong for 1 mark. And then my teacher said, Justina, one fine day you turn up to be a lawyer.
There you go.
Okay, that is how it started. And then you know what? It's a miracle. It's so coincidence, 2 days before I register for the course in UKM, I've met this teacher accidentally. I say, hey, Cikgu, the one who cursed me. I say, Cikgu, thank you so much for cursing me to be a lawyer. And then the teacher look at me like, who is this actually? I said, you remember or not? You said, oh, Justina, you should be a lawyer one day. So now your dream come true. That's how it started actually. But actually, to be
Yeah,
frank with you, Warren, I
yeah.
really enjoy to be a lawyer, and I have the passion in legal works, in legal field actually, because I think that not everybody has the privilege to become a lawyer, and not
Mhm.
everybody has the passion to go to court and fight and for fights and fight for something they believe,
Mm.
because my belief is this: I stand for justice. I don't fight for it. I stand for what I believe.
Okay, that's
Uh,
beautiful. That's beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you all know, yeah, Justina is a fantastic singer, also. Yeah, as she said that she wanted to become a singer. Yes, there were many instances where we have heard her sing, and she's very good at it. But it's nice how you put that the cursing or the scolding that you received from the teacher, and you took it very positively, and then you transform yourself. It's interesting. And for you guys out there watching Justina, remember, it's not always about negativity when someone criticizes whatever that you're doing. Sometimes there may be a transformation that is waiting to happen, but only if you see that as a transformation and take it
yeah.
positively, then it is a transformation. Else, it is always trying to make you feel very weak, very intimidated, and very low. So, Justina, I always hear this, that there are a lot of lawyers now, but I also see that many of them still want to become lawyers. Tell us, Justina, do you think that being a lawyer is still something that people should look out for, or they should venture into something else?
I believe the world need the lawyer, you know, because when it comes to a
Pray to
certain
your lawyer.
extent, when it comes to certain extent, when you are facing some problem, you will have to look for the lawyer for help. You know, we are the middle person to solve your problem, not to put you into trouble much deeper. That's why our profession will never end, you know, and we will still going on there, and there'll be a lot of lawyer coming afterward year by year, you know. So I believe, because we always say she's a lawyer, he's a lawyer, we come, whoa, lawyer. You know, everybody becomes so excited at the first year of practice, especially.
Yeah.
But I believe when you have the passion, when you have the ambition, you will definitely go for it. Unless you are doing it halfway, you don't give everything to your work, you feel like, oh, it's so boring to become a lawyer, it's better to be someone else. I've been
Mhm.
practicing for 15 years only. It's
Wow.
considered as a junior lawyer because
Ah.
the learning process will never stop, will never end until the day we die.
That's a beautiful thing,
Uh,
yeah. And I still remember, right, Justin, I've got a lot of lawyer friends here, and I just admire two things. One is either their writing is fantastic, or their spoken is fantabulous. When they write, right, the words that they use, it is so nicely written that you will be mesmerized. Or there are some, when they speak, right, the words that they use, the way they speak, it is so interestingly right and correct, which really amazes you. So, do you think that you have yourself improved in these two areas?
yes, actually we gain all this experience, and of course it will make us wiser, especially in conducting our cases, how to convince the judge to listen to you, to listen to your point, and how to express, your argument on papers. So this will happen through the experience, from the years of practice. It is
Mm,
not that today you become the lawyer, and suddenly you can write a good write up or a good submission. It has
mm,
you have to first, you have to get some knowledge, discussions through years of experience. And as I said, the learning process will never end. We
mm.
will learn new things every day because the rules of court and the acts are so many. So
Yeah,
we have to learn one by one.
nice.
Uh,
Nice, very nicely said. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you are listening to is from Justina. Fantastic sharing that she's talking about with regards to she being a lawyer. So, Justina, if you could see, right? Justina Junus, lawyer, we settle now. Next is volunteer. Now, let's talk about you and volunteerism. I did hear a lot, and we spoke about this, yeah, about you and volunteerism. The amount of things that you do in helping the community, especially schools. You want to share a little bit about what you do?
yeah, as you know, I have an OKU son. He is deaf and mute.
Okay,
I sent my son to this school in Penang, a special school in Penang when he was 8 years old.
okay.
First day I went to the school, I'm telling you, I cried because I'm going to
Why?
leave my son there to be taken care by somebody else, a stranger that I didn't know. And I
Mm-hmm.
have to put the trust on them to look after and to teach my son because I don't have the ability, the I don't have the knowledge how to teach my son. And year by years, days by days, I found out that there are so many unfortunate kids in the school.
Mm-hmm.
They are orphanage, they are living in poverty. You know, that's that's why I feel like, and then I got to know that the fund in the 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 money they have for this school also not so much, especially when they are collecting PIBG's fee because
Okay,
it's only few of them. So there's one time that the school, the washing machine for the school has broken down, and I
okay.
was thinking that, hey, why don't I just help them? It's simple. I just put a posting in my Facebook, and then I ask everybody who is willingly to contribute to the school. And this is the quotation for the washing machine. And this is the account number. You know? So I
Yeah.
was caught by surprise. Everybody is, willingly, freely to help, to contribute until we got the washing machine. And then there's
Wow.
one incident that we have collected some funds, for their supper. you know
Okay.
there's a lot of people sending biscuits, Milo, milk to the school, so that our children, they can have their supper before they go to bed. And
Nice.
just sharing, it's not that I'm showing off that I'm a good person. No, I have pledged myself as a lifetime volunteer to the school for the rest of my life. If the school need anything, just inform me and I will try my best to help them.
Oh,
Because
so
the school has become part of me. Because I owe them so much. Because they have taught my son, my children. I consider all the kids there are my children. I always consider myself as emak anak banyak, the mother with lot of children. Ha.
yeah.
That is her. And sometimes I feel like, yeah, we don't have to tell everybody what we do. But if we don't tell anyone why we are doing that, and we don't alert the society, there's some people who need help, people wouldn't know.
Mm,
It's not that you're showing off, you're doing charity work, no. Because you want to share the good things with everybody so that everybody can contribute. It is like that.
That's That's nice. That's nice. So, do you want to talk about the school? How much do they are they in need when it comes to help or aid?
So far, I heard nothing about that because if they need anything, of course, we have a group WhatsApp to update everything, the needed things for the school. But so far, nothing. So far, things is going well as usual.
Okay.
But
Okay.
as
Good.
I say, if anything they need or they want some help, just let me inform and inshallah I will try to help and
Okay.
contribute.
Good. Good. So
Mm.
in that same on that same note, right, Justina, if you need to use this show of mine to create this awareness, or you want to raise any fund, do let me know. I am willing to help you wherever possible.
Yeah, perhaps I will have to talk to the headmistress and the school management to get approval, and then only I can decide because I am
Okay.
subjected to yeah lah to the management.
Very good, very
Uh,
good. Thank you so much. So on that same note, right? So you were talking about your son being an OKU. How was it admitting him to this school, or did you try any other schools before getting into this school? Was it easy? Can you share a little bit about that?
Suddenly my heart sank,
I know,
you know,
I
when we are talking about this because I've gone through a lot of horrible things, just for to make sure that my son, you know, he gets whatever he supposed to get, especially in education. You know, my son had the cochlear implant when he was 4 years old. And
okay.
then starting from that, I went to Hospital Sultanah Bahiyah in Adustak for the therapy, for the speech therapy for 3 years, almost 3 years, without fail every week on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then the doctor suggested that I should bring my son to normal school. But
Okay.
the problem started when I approached few kindergarten. They considered my son is not fit for their school because
Oh,
he can't hear. And then there's one lady who addressed my son that he is cacat.
oh gosh.
You know, I don't want to remember her face, but I can still hear her voice. That is so, it made me so heartbroken. Then I got to know that there's one center here near my place only. Pusat, I can't recall the name actually, but the place they have all the OKU children, to be there. I
Mm-hmm.
sent my son to the center when he was 6 years old. I just want my son to mingle around, trying to make friends, so that when I send him to the school, he will not be shocked. And then I got to know that there's a school, integration school nearby in Bukit Mentajam for hearing problem children. And then
Okay.
I sent my son to the school. The school teachers they are just like a walking angel. I'm telling you, they are very nice people. Although my son have a mild autism, they will not get mad. They, they are just a super teachers. They are very very patient. And then the doctor has advised me to transfer my son to the best school in Penang. But
Aha.
I have to leave my son in the hostel.
Oh
you know,
gosh.
when I just inform few people, relative, they are against my decision. They say, hey, you should take care of your son. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you are letting go your responsibility as a mother by sending your son away. You know, they are
Mm-hmm.
portraying me as somebody who is trying to wash my hands and then let a stranger to take care of my son. But
Mm-hmm.
deep down inside, no, I want the best for my son because I know he is not normal as his siblings. But if I die, he will know how to manage himself.
You're right.
If anything happened to me,
Mm.
he will know how to survive. He will have a proper education because I don't have the capability, I don't have the skill, I don't have the knowledge how to teach my son.
Mm.
Okay, because I will have the difficulties to communicate with my son because he can't hear, he can't talk. So by using sign language, that is the only way to communicate on that time because
Mm.
he is yet to know how to spell, to write. You know? Then I just close my ears. I don't listen to everybody. Send my son to the school. You know, and that is how it started. After 3 months, I can see a lot of improvement. My son know how to read, how to write, how to count in English and Bahasa Melayu.
Wow.
And then he started to teach me sign language.
Ah,
But actually,
that's
I don't
nice.
have problem to communicate with him because he can write, he can read, because he always write to me, and I will always ask him for this. For this is what? What is the sign? He will teach
Mm.
me. Uh, so I
So,
feel
so
that my decision to 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 transfer the school, to let him be in the hostel, the best school, is something I will not regret for the rest of my life. I've done the best for my son.
that's interesting, Justina, how you spoke about you taking that additional out of the box leap, I must say. Why? Because a lot of resistance here, people will say a lot of things, but only you know about your child. So I want to ask you this. Why did you choose to do what you wanted to do? Because sometimes you will have this fear, status quo, how if you have got a child of special abilities, he or she needs to go to special school. That's how people always do or advise. But now you are doing something very different. Not only you are sending him to the best school, you are also sending him to a resident school whereby he needs to be there, and you need to leave him there. So what really made you uh, do that, and how did you talk to yourself that this would be the right decision? Had you not had any fear that it may be the wrong decision?
It's hard for me to decide that time actually, but because everybody is against me.
Yeah,
But I believe I am the mother. I
yeah.
know what's the best for my son, for my children. So after I've been thinking for a few days, I've decided I am affirmative with my decision, and I know, inshallah, by God's willing, everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. It doesn't mean that when I send my son over there, I have discharged myself as a mother. No. The
Exactly.
responsibility will continue until the day I die.
Mm.
You know, because every mother wants the best for their children. And I
Exactly.
believe no one even know you as much as your mother.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. So, ladies and
Mm.
gentlemen who are watching, Justina is here with us. She's a practicing lawyer. She's also a volunteer, and how she spoke about she helping the school, and how she spoke about she and her child. Interestingly, she spoke about something very different, which is only a mother knows a child. we all know this very well, but still we have got this fear if we are doing the right thing or we are not doing the right thing. The only thing that you should do is whatever that you feel in your heart, whatever that you think is the best for your child, just do it. Just do it and see how it goes. We didn't have any manual book when we started having children. Yeah, a child didn't come with a manual book. We always try and eventually we learn something. It's not one size fits all. Betul tak, Justina?
Yeah, you cannot consider that you are a perfect mother or you have failed to be a mother. As you said, there's no
Exactly.
manual to that. No,
Yeah, yeah.
it is how you want to raise your child. You know, how you want it to be, because they are children. They are still small. They can't think. You are
Yeah.
as an adult, and then you will have the rationale in your actions, and of course, no parents. There's no one, as long as they have become the parents, will decide things which will not benefit the children.
Very
Mm.
nice. Very nicely said. Justina, we have got a lot of your fan base is growing. Ramai peminat ni. So you have got a lot of people here. So I'm going to show a little bit, yeah. We have got Limwi Tim, who says good evening to all of us. And then we have got Rajuin Kaur, who says well done, Warren and Justina. And
Oh,
we
thank
have got
you.
yeah, we have got I think JS Tom 98. Good evening, Warren and guest speaker. Thank you so much. Kiran
Good
Kaur says good evening.
evening.
Yeah. Susan says you are amazing, Justina. Yes, she is so right.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah. And Kiran Kaur says that's great. George says hello, Warren. Hi there, George. Nice to see you here. And Dr. Lau Bin Tik, he's a prominent dermatologist and a philanthropist. And he wrote this,
Yeah.
Justina, to you. Well done, Justina, for your charitable work. God bless you for helping others. Be touching and inspiring. Thanks for sharing. Very nice. Thank you so much,
Raka,
Dato, for
betul.
dropping by. And as Susan says this again, mother knows best for their children. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for those questions, for those comments. Keep the comments coming. And if you have got any questions for Justina, please ask. Use the chat box to ask the question. We will ask directly to Justina so that she will answer you. Hopefully, she can answer. Justina, I asked a question to the viewers just now about retirement, whether retirement is necessary or not. Because I hear a lot of people saying that retirement is necessary because after all the years of working, then you need to have the me time, so to speak. So they say retirement means you do some planting, you read some books, you go for vacation, and all that stuff. Then there are another bunch of people who says retirement is a no because the moment you think about retirement, you tend to forget things. You tend to
Yes.
get sick. You tend to lose your a lot of negativity. So I don't know, but I want to ask all those people. Before I ask you, Justina, I want to read some of the message. And Dr. Lau Bintik, I would love to hear from you because this man, Justina, very elderly man, but he still does not stop doing charity work. And it's amazing how retirement is never in his dictionary. So, J.S. Tom says, John S. Thomas, I am a retired government servant, now in my late 70s, but I'm still working. Yes, to John S. Thomas. Holding two jobs, I feel that the mind must kept active, otherwise one would decline in health. Yes, you are so right, John S. Thomas. Fantastically said, and that is his words. Yeah. Let me see. Doreen here says retirement is necessary. After retirement, one must be active as before to keep going like normal, or else the slow motion mode will be activated. That is Doreen speaking about retirement. Yeah. Then we have got Lim with him, amazing lady. She was a teacher, now a lawyer, and this is what she said, Justina. Retirement never come into my mind. Very
Yeah.
nicely said, Lim with him. And I want to know from you, Justina, retirement, is it necessary or not? What do you think?
I just want to share a story, I
Please.
have a I have a boss, my ex-boss. I consider him as a moving library. He
Okay.
is just like a father to me, the
Uh-huh.
fatherly type.
Okay.
Although he always scold me and ask me to resign. But the day I have tendered my resignation letter, he
Uh-huh.
asked me to take it back. And then he has the view that the retirement will make
Uh-huh.
him die early and become
Mm.
forgetful.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he is still active to go to office. He will be the first person to reach the office and the last person to leave the office. He will come to
Uh-huh.
office on Saturday. If you want to learn anything, just come on Saturday and he will teach you.
Ah, there you
And
go.
I believe he is 80 something. You know,
Nice, nice.
taking him as the inspiration, I
Uh-huh.
don't believe in retirement also. But
Ah,
maybe I will slow down. It's not that I'm going to retire, reading book, for the rest of 4 hours, planting my garden now. No, I will do it as my hobby, but because I have the passion in legal field, meaning that I won't retire, but maybe I will consider to slow down.
okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's nice. So it's not retirement, but slow down. That's nice. So I'm reading some of the messages, some of them saying that retirement is a no-no in my life because when you
Mhm.
retire, you are a goner. Yes, once you retire, you're a goner. And another message that comes by who says that retirement must never be an option because the moment you think of retirement, your whole body drops dead. So yes,
Mm.
some of them are thinking that way also, yeah, because retirement is something very different for very different people. Some think that it is essential, some think it is not. But what you said, I like it. Retirement, maybe not, but slowing down, possible. All right. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that, Justina. Dr. Lau Bintik replied. He said, for people who retires, run the risk of the following written on their tombstone: died in 1990 and buried in 2000.
200.
Oh, that was so nicely said, Dato. Yes, what he's saying here is so important. Yeah, the moment you retire, that means you are already dead, but then you are buried,
Mm.
really die physically. Yeah, so try to just be alert, be alive, do whatever that you can so that your life will be beautiful and keep touching people like how Justina is doing. Justina, we spoke about you as a lawyer, we spoke about you as a volunteer. Now, the mother of three. You know what? When I was sending your message, right, to the so many friends of mine, they were like, lawyer, okay, we know. Volunteer, we know, but mother of three. Now you are a mother of three, and then you being a lawyer, you being a volunteer, not forgetting that you are also pursuing your studies. Yeah. Now let's talk about you being the mother of three, Justina. How are you doing,
You
Justina?
know
Do
what?
do
I
you watch
am
Marvel? Do
yeah.
you watch Marvel movie? I think you are like
N-
the superwoman. There must be a Justina
No,
woman.
I don't watch TV actually.
Now I
Ha,
understand. Yeah.
you know,
So tell us.
actually I am a mother of three human beings and another two kittens. So I am a mother of five actually. you know,
Gosh. So tell us.
when the day I got to know I'm pregnant, it feels like I have something in my tummy and it's moving. I said it's gonna be the end of my joyful life, sleepless night, but I'm ready for that. And then I got my first son, you know. I feel like, oh, he's a boy. And then I raised my son, and then I got pregnant again for my second son. And then after 8 months, I got to know that my son have heart problem. And then I have to see the doctors, you know. And then he has his first operation, major operation, when he was 2 years old. Since that,
Okay.
life has changed, and I've became a single parent that time.
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of, you know, of sick children is not that easy when you are doing it alone.
Yeah.
When the doctor told me, because on that time I'm still working, and then I always ask for the last appointment because I have to go to court in the morning, and then I have
Ah.
to take my son to the hospital for the checkup, and then that is prior to the before the operation. And then the doctor told me, when Justina, you want to choose your son or your career. That is the most tough decision to make. If I don't work, we will nobody will feed us because I'm the sole breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to work, I will not have much time with my son because the doctor said you are losing your son.
Mm.
You know what does it mean? And I also understand what does it mean. So I took a drastic decision to quit my job.
Ah, okay.
Quit my job. But luckily, my ex partner is so kind. She's a lady. She has considered me to get half of my salary, but I have to do the work from home, meaning that my
Uh-huh.
staff will send the files to my house and
Okay.
I will attend to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I have the chance to go to court, yes, I will go to the court. And after I finish the matter, I will come back home, straight home. I'm not going to be in the office. It happened for almost 9 months. And then my son have his heart surgery. And then after he is recovering, I've started to work the office, back to the office, just like usual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm taking care of my two boys alone since I was 28 years old until 33. I'm remarried, and yeah, I have a daughter. I have a daughter. Actually, I didn't know that she is a girl until she was born. On that year also, I faced a lot of, unfortunate things and then I pray to God. I said, Ya Allah, please give me something that will make me happy and wipe all my tears.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a girl that I really dreamed of. And then you know what? When the doctor has took out the girl from my tummy, and then I saw the tagging is pink color, I laughed. I'm laughing. And then the doctor said, "Hey, but Justina, what happened?" I said, "I know she's a girl. Can you imagine or not? It's in
Yeah.
the
You're supposed to
operation
be.
theater. I'm laughing. It's like I'm so happy. I got a girl." Doctor said, okay, okay, now we are going to put back your abdomen, we're going to jahit you like this. But I was like smiling, oh, I got a girl. Ha. From two boys become three. It's not something easy when you are taking care of them alone.
Yeah.
There are so many challenges, especially when they become sick, and you are having your own business, you're running your own firm. It's not something smooth, but I don't know how I've done it. But yeah, here I am. It's
Exactly.
been
Here
years.
you are.
Huh.
Exactly. And that's the reason why I'm asking you, Justina, about all this. Not because I want to showcase what problems or challenges that you have been going through, or what are the not so nice matters that is happening in your life. But more so is we have got a lot of ladies out there who also goes through somewhat similar situation like yours. They have got
Mm.
children, and probably they are single parent, but they always think that, you know what, this is all that I have, I can't do anything else, because the reason that they give is I have got my children, I have got this and that, so therefore I cannot pursue my dreams. But you, on the other hand, doing something very different. You are a lawyer, you are still practicing, then to add to that, you volunteer, you do a lot of charity work, then to add to that, you are now pursuing your studies, which you will be talking about shortly. Then you have got handful. You come back home. You have got three children. You have got a child who is special. Now you have got another two more kittens to add on to all your joy. So how do you do this? Is the question. Why I ask this is because when you are telling your story, a lot of women out there will be inspired, and that's the reason why we are asking this question. So, my question to you is this: what is it that you tell yourself on a daily basis that makes you feel motivated, wanting to do more, and continuously doing what you are doing now, even more? What is it?
Because I believe that I deserve much better and I know I can do it. It's for the sake of the children and I know what I want in life. First of all, we have to set our target. You
Okay.
know, it doesn't mean that you have gone through this horrible experience, it will tear your spirit down, you know. No, you have to put the effort to make sure that you will still alive and enjoying your life as you should. You cannot put the the bad experience as an encumbrance for you to reach for your dreams. When I was young and my kids are very small, I would not have time to pursue my study. But now, since my kids are growing, are growing old, growing bigger, and then my youngest is already 5 years old, I feel that this is the right time for me to pursue my studies and reach my dreams, to hit my goals and targets. It's all in your mind, you know, it's all in your mind. If you take things as a positive inspiration for you, definitely you can move everywhere you want to go. You can reach your target, you can be whoever you want. But if you take all the unfortunate occasions, all the bad things happen to you as a negative element to yourself, you will not go anywhere. You know, I've I believe you have heard this before. The cure is actually in the pain. It's
Yes.
how you believe yourself, how you bring yourself, and how you plan your life. Because we only live once. There'll be
Right.
no another second life. You can fix things. The minute has gone, it never come back. It will never return. That's why you have to appreciate every moment in your life to spend with your loved one, to your children, with your children. Enjoy whatever things you love to do. That is how we value our life. Ah, that's how I took all the challenges and absorb everything and turn it to something positive so that I can move on with my life. I can reach the dreams, and yeah, I can make myself happy by doing that.
That's nice. Justina,
Hmm.
when you're talking about that, it is very touching, yeah, when you speak about these things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Justina. Justina has just shared something very interesting. So in life, if you have got yourself, you need to set goals. So you have got yourself and your goal, you have to move. And I'm doing this motion because there are always ups and downs. It is not negative and positive, it's just ups and downs. Like how when you are going somewhere, there are always the left turn and the right turn, you uphill and downhill, but doesn't mean that that is a wrong turn. You see, it's always up and down. So that is one lane, and then you have got another lane where you have got your children. If you have got your children, then you have got another up and down. Then you have got your career, another up and down. So what she is saying is that you have got two or three lanes running in parallel, going towards each different destination, but it must be hand in hand. That is very important. You always go up, you always come down, but there is no right or wrong, there is no positive or negative. It is just how you want to take it. And believe me, like what Justina have just said, you can do it. And that message that she gave, if that minute of yours have passed, it's a goner. You cannot get it back. So my question to you is, why wait? What are you waiting for? Be up and about, move, start moving. Sometimes, a lot of times, right, Justina, when you sit down and think about what should I do, whether it will work or not, how successful it will be, the moment you start thinking about all that, you already feel very low, very down, very intimidated. Eventually, you will become fearful, but that fear is not necessary at all. I like what some of those people here commenting. My lovely friend Faiza Bazit said, "Awesome, Justina."
Thank you,
Yes,
Miss Faiza.
yeah, and Faiza is an amazing lady. She wrote a book, and she says, "You still look young, my dear." Yes, indeed. And Faiza said this. She said the cure is actually in the pain. Wow. You said it very rightfully. Shangari says that I like we live only once. Yes, so true. You live only once. If it is only once, then why wait? Dr. Lau Bintek says, Justina, you have shown how you can overcome all your challenges with a positive attitude. A great mother indeed. God bless you and family.
Amin.
Sabah, yeah, very nice to hear all this, and at the same time, the amount of challenges that you go through, and it is a blessing with so much of bliss when you have got so many people agreeing to whatever that you are saying, and they are touched one way or another. I want to ask you this, Justina. You have got a son who is special. Then you have got the other two kids. I want to know, how are they in terms of relationship? Are they always in the fighting, or are they helpful each other? And I know that there is a story to it. You want to share it?
When three of them in the house, there'll be no peace at all. They're quarreling, fighting, yelling, including two cats. So my house will become a circus, a kindergarten. I just, oh, okay, okay, fine. Just quarrel. It's okay. After you have quarrel, they come back, eat with me, watching TV with me. Okay, things will be okay until that extent, because I know, kids, they quarrel every day. End of the day, they become okay, brother and sister again.
Mm.
Ha. But the interesting part is, when I'm having an OKU son, how does he communicate with other siblings? As I said, my son know how to write and how to read. So usually he will write to the brother. But
Okay.
but I just want to share a story. 2 years back, my first son has involved in an accident. So he was in coma for 3 days. He can't even speak. He can't talk. But he used the sign language to communicate with me. The eyes is still closed, but the hand is just moving just like this.
Yeah.
I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Okay." The fingers only moving. Huh. Yeah, and then the first son, the eldest,
Uh-huh.
he is good in sign language. He has
Ah,
learned it. I don't know how he learned it because maybe the brother taught him. And then my 5 years old daughter also started to use sign language, especially when he asked the brother to switch on the TV, eating time, sleeping time, going to grandmother's house. Uh, that is how they communicate.
that's nice. That's nice. You see,
Mm.
I also saw you just now communicating while we were talking. I think your son was at the back of the screen. Yeah. So it's nice how
Yeah.
you are communicating. You see, you didn't disturb us because you were doing the sign language thing. But this is it. That's the beauty of a family. How when you are talking about you have got a son who is very good in sign language, and eventually the rest of the children also learns it. How they learn, we don't know, but they learn it anyways. That's the beauty of a family, and that family is beautified because of good parenting. And I think, Justina, you did a wonderful job.
One more
I'm
thing you have to remember, you cannot differentiate your child. You have to treat them equally.
and
You
how do you
know?
do that?
Yeah, I treat my son as a normal person. That's all. The
Okay.
only difference is I can't hear his voice unless he is shouting. That's all.
Okay, see, treat all your children the same. Yeah.
Equally.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So yeah, that is very interesting, right? They will have some strengths and weaknesses, but don't look at
Mm.
those. Treat them equally, and eventually they will grow to become much better of a person. I'm reading some of the messages, Justina. Some of them
Mm.
are saying, Justina, you're a superwoman. Justina, you're fantastic. Justina, you're so
Oh,
good.
thank
Justina,
you.
my tears are falling on my cheek without me realizing because of your story. Thank you so much. You have been touching so many people's life, Justina, and this
I
is
just
it.
want to share the experience so that those who has been in my shoes, they know that somebody has survived from whatever things happened to them.
Exactly, right? And that is the whole idea of this whole show. And I pick
Mm.
and choose people whom I like. Why? Because everyone who I bring have got their own stories. And it is not about touching the many lives. If you are able to touch one life, Justina, I think this show is a success. And I have got so many messages here. I want to read before we leave. Yeah. Faiza Bazit says, the more I listen to you, the more I am seeing the amazing strength you have. Yes, you are correct, Faiza. We have got Kirube all the way from UK.
Hi,
She
Miss
is
Kirubai. How are you?
she said appreciate this young lady. Yes, young lady. Yeah, thank you so much, Kirube,
Young
for
lady. Ooh, okay, young
there
lady.
you go. Sri Devanayagi says, amazing. Yes, indeed. You have got Shamira. Mazlan said, keep strong, Justina. Such a wonderful mom. Yes, indeed, Shamira. She's a lovely mom. Kirube says, this woman is awesome. You are so right. Susan says, amazing story, Justina. Yes, indeed. Kirube says, God bless you and your family. Self made woman. So rightfully said. Justina, amazing story you have shared, but we have got time just that. So we
Mm.
need to let you go. But before that,
It's 9 o'clock.
there you go. It's 9 o'clock. It says any final message to those people out there. Well, let it be man, woman, working, not working, whatever it may be. What's your message to them? And please let us know about your studies together with that message. Can you?
You have to have the self-respect to yourself, and you have to value yourself, you know, priceless. You have to put yourself in a high position, so that you will appreciate every minute you have.
Mm,
Because time will not wait and return. Things happen, but it's how you take it is either positive or negative. That's all. It's all in your mind, and of course, The cure is in the pain.
And that's the
Uh,
word. That's the word. That's the statement. Yeah, the cure
mm.
is in the pain. The cure is in the pain. And it goes very deep. Yeah, that statement, that phrase. I would suggest that before you retire tonight, before you sleep tonight, please, please, please take a moment before you put your legs on the bed, while you are seated on bed, if you can. Just think of this word, and it is very, very important for you to reflect on that statement. The cure is indeed in the pain. The
Because
cure.
I've read somewhere, I'm very, I feel very touched to see the words. The cure is in the pain. It was a year back. I said,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Mm.
So I would like to end with this Kirubai saying, "Hello, Warren. You are doing an amazing job to unify people,
Mm.
giving voice to many, a platform to many. I'm doing whatever that I can, because I need to make sure that someone out there who really needs help is helped. How do we do that? By bringing in people like Justina, so amazing person. And Kirube also says, value self, appreciate yourself, and share yourself to others who need some. Very nice said, yeah. And thank you so much, Justina, for
Thank you so
dropping
much,
by.
Warren,
Yeah.
for giving me this opportunity to share, part of my story with everybody.
You're most welcome. With all the time that you have, sorry, little time that you managed to use that time for me. I say so much.
I
So
will
you must.
always have time for you, Warren. No worry.
All right, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Thank you so much once again, Justina. And we, on behalf of the Waran Shanmugam show, and also the many people who are watching now, wishing you all the success, all the best. Keep smiling. I like
Thank
your
you.
laughter. Keep singing. Keep doing whatever that you are doing, and all the best in your studies. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Warren.
Thank you so much, Justina. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Justina was with us. It's amazing how she spoke about so many things. And this is it. If you want to do something, do it. Just do it. You don't have to wait for someone to tell you. You don't have to worry about someone telling you this is right, this is not right, this cannot. But more important is, do it because you desire. Do it because you want to. And guess what? Do it now. Don't wait any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, something that I want to share. Remember last week we had Darwin, Wahida, and Tilak from KL Kinetic. So I thought having them showcase some of the cases of patients that they receive at their center would be something that you all want to see. So this is what I did. I made them prepare some video clips of their patients together with Darwin, Wahida, or Tilak doing or helping this patient, and see how the whole process is. And at the end, the patient talking about how they have cured, helped in what way. So here we have got this video clip. Please watch this video clip, and if you need any assistance, get in touch with them. KL Kinetic. You can Google them. You can go to Facebook, or I'll give you the contact details shortly. I shall take leave now, but watch this first. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, let's watch this video.
I'm a physiotherapist from KL Kinetic. The videos that I'm going to share with you are basically the snippets of post-knee surgery program that I do with my patients for 6 months so far. They definitely do not paint the whole picture of the journey, and these videos are for sharing purposes. They are not medical advice. So if you do have any injuries, please consult with medical professionals, or you can come and visit us at KL Kinetic. Enjoy!
Today I'm going to share with you what's the rehab process like after a surgery. He is one of my patients who underwent ACL reconstruction surgery. Basically, it's a knee surgery. And as you can see here, this is the first time he walked without his crutch. Basically, what we're trying to achieve here in this video is to get back his confidence, trying to walk without relying on any walking aid, and at the same time, I'm assessing his walking pattern. Okay, fast forward few weeks later, we have entered the strength training or slightly high intensity strength training. Okay, as compared to the initial phase after the surgery. As you can see here, what he is doing is what we call a trap bar deadlift. It's very important for us to train the patient to gain back his strength, especially on the lower body, and to make sure that his form is correct and that he is using the operated leg as much as possible without relying so much on the good side. Moving on is stability exercises. Okay, this is one of the example of stability exercises that we usually prescribe to our patients. Well, of course, depending on what conditions that the patient have. This particular exercise basically helps to gain back his knee control. We call this exercise lateral step or side step with medicine ball. Here what you can see is one of the example of force absorption exercises. Okay, basically the main objectives of this type of exercise is to prep our patient for high impact activities such as running or jumping. Okay, this is what our patient usually do before transitioning into high impact activity. Now we have entered the high impact exercises. Okay, usually what I like to do is to still incorporate strength training into the high impact activities. Okay, so this is one of the many examples that I usually do with my patients. Okay, it is basically a trap bar deadlift with vertical jump or upright jump. Okay, so here is me doing a little bit of demonstration for my patient, explaining to him what are the key points, the correct form that he needs to do and be aware of while doing the exercise. Okay, this particular exercise is what I call high step plus knee drive with barbell. Usually we transition into this type of exercise after the patient has gained some good amount of knee control.
Hi, I'm Carlson, and I recently had a leg incident where I tore my ACL as well as injured my MCL and my LCL. So I had to do an ACL reconstruction surgery, but before that, I had to wait about 6 weeks for my MCL and my LCL to recover. Now fast forward through the 6 weeks and the operation, there I am laying in the hospital bed. Now I'm required to get off the bed, so I move my left leg off, no problem at all. And then I instruct my right leg to do the same. For some reason, it just didn't move. And that very moment, it's a very daunting experience. So I get discharged from the hospital and I call up Darwin from KL Kinetic. I come in, I meet the team, and I'm assigned to Wahida, my physiotherapist. Wahida assesses my situation, and based on my condition, she generates a program. We start off with very crucial exercises, and they're basic, but they're crucial because they focus on rebuilding your strength, regaining mobility, as well as flexibility. Now, I think the success of these exercises boil down to two core aspects. The first is consistency. You have to consistently do your exercises. I used to come for physio 3 times a week. In addition to that, I used to do my exercises in the morning, in the afternoon during my lunch break, and in the evening just before dinner. And the second element is to always listen to your physiotherapist. Check with them whenever you're in doubt, whenever you're uncertain, or even if you want to try a new exercise. I always shoot Wahida a text whenever I have a query or want to clarify something. In fact, right now I'm trying to discuss with her to see if I can go for my whitewater rafting. But this whole recovery time feels like an ongoing battle, right? And every step you make in the right direction, every step of progress is a very liberating experience. The first time you walk without crutches, or the first time you start jogging, these experiences are indescribable. And I have to thank the team at KL Kinetic for guiding me through this period. And now, as I wait and hope to be able to get back to sports in no time,